All right, Chairman.
Thank you. Good afternoon. The Board of Adjustment is now in session. My name is Anthony Robinson, and I will be chairing today's meeting. Attending today's virtual meeting are board members Mona Parsley, Joe Klitzing, George Hitt, and Deneen Vaughn. Also in attendance for the city is Mary Hart Burton, zoning administrator for the city, Evan Winkler, community development planner for the city, who will represent the city in the cases we are hearing today, Andrea Gutierrez, lead zoning specialist. Our attorney for the board is Archer Mellon, and our court reporter is Laura. First, we will hear from the city's representative, who will explain why the permit could not be issued. Next, we will hear from the petitioner or the representative. Please be prepared to explain your hardship and answer any inquiries from the board. Then we will hear from those in favor of the appeal and then from those opposed. Please be concise, as testimony will be limited to 3 minutes per person. When you come online via video or telephone, please wait to be sworn in by the court reporter. Then please state your name and mailing address. To ensure proper records for our court reporter, we ask that those online or on the telephone to please remain on mute. Following testimony on all of today's cases, the board will go into its deliberative portion of the hearing, at which time we will vote on all cases heard. The board will notify each applicant or their representative of its decision by mail in about 2 weeks. You're welcome to remain on, welcome to remain during our deliberations. However, we will not hear additional testimony. You can also call the lead zoning specialist, Drea, tomorrow at 314-622-3666 to learn the outcome of your appeal. Again, that number is 314-622-3666. Drea, will you please read appeal number 20618?
Appeal number 20618, 3859 Nebraska Avenue.
Swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Good afternoon, board members. My name is Evan Winkler, Community Development Planner for the City of St. Louis, and I'll be representing the Building Commissioner. I'm here to present evidence of an appeal to operate an auto repair business, no bodywork, no auto sales, no painting, at 3859 Nebraska Avenue. I'd like to present as evidence for this case photos and aerials of the said property, plans for the project, and a certified copy of the City of St. Louis zoning ordinance. The basis for denial of Vanderplume Investment Properties concerning the Building Commissioner's refusal to issue an occupancy permit, authorizing the petitioner to operate an automobile repair, no bodywork, no painting, at 3859 Nebraska Avenue in City Block number 1632.00 is as follows. The present zoning for this address is the B two-family dwelling district. The intent of the applicable zoning provisions are to conserve the values of property throughout the city of St. Louis and to protect the character and stability of residential, business, and industrial areas. It's also to regulate and restrict the location and use of buildings, structures, and land for trade, industry, residence, and other uses, and to regulate and restrict the intensity of those uses. The applicable zoning code revisions are section 26.16.010, uses are prohibited. No structure or land shall be used for use other than those permitted in the district in which such premises are located, unless such use is permitted by other provisions of the zoning code. And then also section 26.24.020S, use regulations and conditional use summary. The use regulations and conditional uses of the B two-family dwelling district do not allow the appellant's proposal as stated above. Evidence of lawful nonconformity has not been presented. So in summary, the applicant is applying for an occupancy permit to operate an auto repair business at this location in the B two-family dwelling district. Auto repair is not a permitted use in the zoning district. Therefore, a use variance would be required prior to approval. The City of St. Louis Planning and Urban Design Agency states that this falls within the boundaries of the Gravois Jefferson Historic Neighborhood Plan, but there's no specific recommendations in the plan pertaining to the site. The 2025 Strategic Land Use Plan calls this a medium intensity neighborhood. This designation describes areas in the city that are primarily residential, with many types of housing and some types of commercial activities. Specifically, though, this designation discourages automobile-related businesses such as auto repair. The granting of a variance would not be in keeping with this designation's intent to create a mostly residential pedestrian-oriented environment that discourages automobile-related activities. While auto-oriented uses may have operated at this address in the past, the city is actively trying to transition sites like this into more friendly to neighborhoods and pedestrians. Therefore, planning staff finds the request of Appeal 20618 is not in keeping with the city's comprehensive plan. Are there any questions from the board?
Okay, let's hear from the appellant. Mr. Vanderploom.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm good. Do you have a video?
Yes. Can you see me? I can see
Uh,
you.
no, we cannot see you. And it keeps giving a sign of no camera.
Um, Took my video thing.
John, it's okay. We can still have you sworn in.
Yeah.
The court
Okay.
will just
I'm
ask
sorry.
you.
I can see. Yeah, I can see everybody else. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No problem.
Mr. Vanderploom, we'll treat this as if you are calling in over at the telephone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, can you please verbally confirm that your right hand is raised?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, can you state your name and mailing address for the record?
John Vanderploom, 2700 Gravois, St. Louis, Missouri, 63118.
Okay, proceed with your testimony.
My name's John Vanderploom. I know some of you guys are familiar with me. I operate Southside Auto Credit up on Gravois, 2700 Gravois. Well, in addition to my business, I also have rental property on my own, 15 different auto repair facilities that I rent out. My father has 10, so between us, we have approximately about 25 auto repair body shops, different things that we rent out in the city of St. Louis. And this one came across our plate. We do have a contract to purchase on this. We do not own it yet. We do have a contingent upon a building variance. And our plan is to refurbish the property. As you can tell from the pictures, it's a rundown building. To refurbish the outside of the building, refurbish the parking lot. We'd have to put all new mechanicals in the building, plumbing, everything like that, but to bring it all up to code, and then use it as a piece of rental property to rent out in the future. And we would be grants. I know the variance would follow the property and the different stipulations. I mean, we'd be asking for hours from 8 to 5 every day, Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. We would redo the parking lot, reseal the parking lot. We're asking for approximately about 10 parking spots to park customers' cars of that aspect. So I know there's a rule of regulations for auto facilities. There's about 20 regulations that we've gone through in the past, and more than happy to abide by all those different conditions as well. And I did send in, I think, some pictures. Hopefully you guys got them, of different properties we've done, 4 or 5 different projects we've done with different old gas stations like this, and refurbished them and brought them back to life, and have put tenants in them to rent out. And that would be all I have to say for the moment, unless anybody has any questions.
Any board members have any questions?
Chairman, would you like me to read the standard conditions?
Yes, if you could, Evan. Thank you.
All right, so these are some standard conditions that the board might choose to apply to a variance if they decide to grant one. Number one is that the petitioner must obtain the proper permits from the City of St. Louis Building Division for any proposed signage at this location. Number two is that the petitioner shall properly dispose of all hazardous materials. Number three, there shall be no vending, ATM machines, or payphones on the exterior of the premises at any given time. Number four, there shall be no outside storage on the premises at any given time. Number five, there shall be no overnight outside storage on the premises at any given time. If a vehicle must remain overnight for any reason, it must be stored inside of the garage. And then there's a 5A, which kind of gives a caveat for outside storage overnight, which says if outside storage is needed, overnight outside storage shall be limited to X number of vehicles at any given time. Number six says there shall be no body work or spray painting on the premises at any given time, per the testimony of the petitioner. Number seven, hours of operation shall be limited to what you testified to. Number eight, there shall be no cord or rope type LED lighting surrounding or framing windows and doors. Number nine, a stringing of lights, flags, or streamers on the premises is prohibited. Number 10, exterior amplified intercom systems or phone ringing systems are prohibited. And number 11, the premises shall not be issued a public nuisance notice pursuant to Ordinance 68535 or its successor ordinances. Do you have any questions or concerns about any of those?
Are you talking to John?
Yes.
Yes, that's for you, John.
No, I do not, and I would abide by all those. I know I have those variances on some other properties that we abide by everything, and I do keep an eye on all my tenants very close. I mean, I talk to most of them at least once a week, so I mean, I do agree by all those
All right.
conditions.
I just want to clarify for our notes. So you won't have any overnight outside storage,
No, we are asking for 10 parking spots if we could.
and that's for customers only?
For customers, or I mean, I guess it'd be overnight parking too as well if a customer leaves their car overnight.
So that's what I'm asking, is how
Yes,
many?
sir. Then
You
yes.
need 10 for outside storage overnight.
Yes, if we could, that would be great.
Okay, great. And then what were your
And then-
hours of operation again?
8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and we'd be closed on Sundays.
Thank you, John.
Any board members have any questions? Thanks, Evan. Thank you, Mr. Vanderbloom. Is
Thank you.
there anyone here to testify in favor of this appeal? Is there anyone here to testify in opposition to this appeal? Hearing none, I will read into the record exhibits, a certified copy of the zoning ordinance, appeal to the board, basis of denial, meeting notice letter, City Journal public notices, photographs, Sanborn maps, memo from Planning and Urban Design, letter of support from Alderman Shane Cohn, and 5 pages of photos submitted by the petitioner. And I will consider this appeal having been heard. Drea, can you please read appeal number 11988?
Appeal number 11988, 3751 Cass Avenue.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. I'll go first, sir, and then we'll get you called in later. Again, good afternoon, board members. My name is Evan Winkler, Community Development Planner for the City of St. Louis, and I'll be representing the building commissioner. I'm here to present evidence of an appeal to complete interior and exterior alterations per plans for auto rental business at 3751 Cass Avenue. I'd like to present as evidence for this case, photos and aerials of the said property, plans for the project, and a certified copy of the City of St. Louis zoning ordinance. The basis for denial of Aniz Uddin concerning the building commissioner's refusal to issue a building permit, authorizing the petitioner to complete interior and exterior alterations per plans for an auto rental business at 3751 Cass Avenue in city block number 1868.00. The present zoning for this address is Zone G, Local Commercial and Office District. The intent of the applicable zoning provisions are to conserve the values of property throughout the city of St. Louis and protect the character and stability of residential, business, and industrial areas. It's also to regulate and restrict the location and use of buildings, structures, and land for trade, industry, residence, and other uses, and to regulate and restrict the intensity of such uses. The applicable zoning code provisions are section 26.16.020, structures prohibited. No structure shall be erected, placed, enlarged, or structurally altered unless such action shall make the premises upon which it shall stand conform to the regulations of the district in which the premises are located, unless authorized by other provisions of the zoning code. And then also section 26.44.020 and or 26.44.025. Use regulations and conditional uses of the G Local Commercial and Office District do not allow the petitioner's proposal as stated above. Evidence of lawful nonconformity has not been presented. In summary, the petitioner is applying for a building permit to make interior and exterior alterations for an auto rental business at this location in the G district. This property was used as an automobile shop in the past, but there was no variance on file, so it would have been considered existing non-conforming. Therefore, a use variance would be required because auto-related uses are not permitted in the G district prior to approval. The City of St. Louis Planning and Urban Design Agency states that this falls within the Project Connect neighborhood plan boundary, of which the draft is currently under public review. In addition, this site is less than 1 block from the Brickline Greenway, and under construction multimodal greenway, which will connect this area to the rest of the city and the city's park systems. The 2025 Strategic Land Use Plan calls this a medium intensity node. These nodes are envisioned as major concentrations of a mix of dense uses. These should be pedestrian focused and designed to accommodate people arriving by foot, bus, or bicycle, as well as cars. But these areas encourage active ground floors with many types of commercial activities and community serving businesses. Auto-oriented uses are explicitly discouraged, allowing the proposed use at this location so near to an under construction green line multimodal transportation infrastructure would not be in keeping with neither the neighborhood plan nor the strategic land use plan. Therefore, planning staff finds the request of appeal number 11988 is not in keeping with the city's comprehensive plan. Are there any questions from the board?
Okay, let's hear from the appellant, Mr. Uddin.
Yes, good afternoon, and thank you for taking time to meet me today. My name is
Good
Anis.
afternoon. Hold on, Mr. Uddin. You have to be sworn in.
Okay, sorry. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Okay, now if you can state your name and mailing address.
Yes, yeah, my name is Anis Uddin. My address is 743 Castle Tower Drive, Baldwin, Missouri, 63021. I'm here regarding the recent denial and respectfully request reconsideration based on the clarification and narrowing of the proposal use. The revised and intended use is now strictly an office-based vehicle rental and fleet staging operations. To be clear, there will be no vehicle sales, no auto repair, no mechanical work, no outdoor servicing. The property will function as a low-impact commercial operation supporting office activities and short-term parking of clean rental fleet vehicles only. All maintenance will be performed off-site, and the vehicles pickup and return will be conducted by appointment. The intent to directly address compatibility traffic, noise, and neighborhood impact consideration while allowing a long vacant property to be activated and in compliant and productive manner. I respectfully request guidance and aligning this amendment proposal with the city zoning expectation and appreciate your time and consideration. That's all from me.
Okay. Any board members have any questions?
I have a
Evan,
question. I'm sorry. I'm
go
having
ahead, Denise.
technical challenges over here. I don't know what's going on. I apologize. I am wondering, Mr. Udine, have you had a follow-up conversation with Alderwoman Keys? It looks like she's in opposition to your establishing this business here at this location. Have you had a follow-up call with her?
Yeah, she was opposition to the original. Originally, I had applied for auto repair and car sales. She was opposition to that one.
Okay, so did you have a follow-up call since you changed your ideas, your plans?
I sent her an email. She did not respond to my email.
Okay, all right. Had you done any community engagement?
I also currently own a like a car lot sales business in the north side as well. So I'm currently actively in the community.
Okay. Have you talked with anyone in the community about establishing this location for yourself?
I have talked to a few folks, they were interested in the rental property. And the rental of the, facility because they would like to rent the vehicles. For them to rent a vehicle, they have to get Uber and go all the way, to where the rental facility is. So a few folks told me that it would be a great idea. That's the reason I'm proposing this.
Okay, thank you.
So to be clear, Mr. Udine, you have not spoken to anyone within the community regarding this particular business and use.
I have spoken to a lot of SLU students, and they were in favor of it because
you said SLU students.
Yeah.
So let's try this. Within a 1-block radius, have you spoken with any of the neighbors regarding your proposal?
No, I have not.
Okay. Thank you. Mary.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Question for Mr. Udine. As I'm reading your permit application, it says it will be auto rental business. Are you a branded auto rental business like Avis or somebody like that? Or are these your personal cars that you're renting?
No, it will be it's a Linco Auto Rental. It will be a not personal, but a business. It's not a franchise. It's an
so it's like an independent car rental business?
Yeah, independent car rental, yes.
Okay, and you require the same things like, I'm trying to think what you have to give when you rent a car, like a valid driver's license and proof of insurance and all of that.
Yes. So yeah, we require a valid driving license and proof of insurance, and we will also offer additional insurances if needed.
Okay, thank you.
Evan, are there any standard conditions for this?
Yeah, I'll read the ones we sometimes address for auto sales, but you guys have used them for auto rental in the past. Number one says that the entire parking vehicle display area on the exterior of the premises shall be paved and striped. Parking areas shall be striped so as to substantially conform to the width and depth layout standards for parking spaces as provided for in section 26.16.080D of the zoning code. Number two is that the parking lot layout shall be submitted to and approved by the zoning administrator before the building or occupancy permit is issued. Number three, vehicles parked on the lot shall be in approved parking spaces. All spaces shall be equipped with approved bollards or wheel stops so as to prohibit vehicles encroaching on public right-of-way or on private property. Number four, the parking lot layout spaces shall be labeled vehicles for sale, labeled vehicles for customer parking, labeled vehicles for employee parking, or any other use. If multiple businesses are at this property, spaces shall be labeled for each business separately. Number five, vehicles owned by the petitioner are prohibited from being parked or sold on public streets, alleys, or sidewalks adjacent to this location. Number six says vehicle access egress from the lot shall only be permitted utilizing established curb cuts and driveways on the premises. No access egress of vehicles shall be permitted across sidewalks or curbs. Number seven, the stringing of lights, flags, or streamers on the premises is prohibited. Number eight, any parking area lighting to be installed shall be installed on metal or masonry poles with underground wiring and shall not exceed 22 feet in height and adjusted so that no more than 0.5 foot candles measured at grade falls on any abutting residential use premises. These improvements shall not be installed until approvals and permits are received from all appropriate city agencies. Number nine, there shall be no exterior signage installed on the premises until separate approvals and permits are received from all appropriate city agencies. This shall include mobile commander boards and balloons on tethers. Number 10, exterior amplified intercom systems, phone ringing systems, or music systems are prohibited. Number 11, the existing business on the premises, if any, shall be completely repaired and restored pursuant to all applicable zoning and building codes. These improvements shall not be installed until approvals and permits are received from all appropriate city agencies. Number 12, there shall be no storage of derelict or salvage vehicles permitted on subject premises or on public streets, alleys, or sidewalks adjacent to this location. All vehicles shall be in operable condition. Number 13, there shall be no vehicular, mechanical, or body repair or spray painting permitted on subject premises or in public streets, alleys, or sidewalks adjacent to this location. Number 12, there shall be no open storage of auto mechanical or body parts, batteries, tires, motor oil, or other automotive fluids, or refuse of any nature on subject premises or on public streets, alleys, or sidewalks adjacent to this location. Number 15, there shall be no salvage of parts from vehicles on subject premises. Number 16, the hours of operation will be limited to what you testify to here today. Number 17, there shall be no cord or rope type LED lighting surrounding or framing the windows and doors. Number 18, the petitioner shall provide a commercial dumpster and establish a trash removal contract through a private source for regular pickups and maintain the entire premises in a clean, orderly appearance at all times. Number 19, the petitioner shall provide a refuse container on the exterior of the premises for use by the customers and shall be emptied on a daily basis or more if needed. If another container is needed due to the level of business, it shall also be provided. Number 20, there shall be no vending, ATM machines, or payphones on the exterior of the premises at any given time. And number 21, the premises shall not be issued a public nuisance notice pursuant to ordinance number 68535 or its successor ordinances. Sir, do you mind testifying what your hours of operation would be?
Yeah, so the hours of operation between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., Monday through Sunday.
And did you have any concerns or questions about any of the standard conditions that I read?
No, sir.
Thank you, Evan. To test. Is there anyone here to testify in opposition to this appeal?
Myself, Amber Cole. Is this the appeal on Cass?
This is the appeal for Cass.
Yes.
And what is your name?
Amber Cole, C-O-L-E.
Okay, Ms. Cole. Let's get you sworn in. Do you have a video or are you on phone?
I'm on just I gotta be on video.
It's helpful, but you do not have to.
Okay, please. I
All right.
prefer not.
Let's get you sworn in.
Ms. Cole, because you are calling in on the phone, can you please verbally confirm that your right hand is raised to be sworn in?
Yes, I verbally affirm that I will tell the truth.
Do you swear or
No.
affirm? Oh, hold on. Yeah, 1 second. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay. Now I need you to state your name and mailing address for the record.
Amber Cole is on file. I prefer not. 11th Ward.
I'm sorry, Ms. Cole, but you have to give us some type of mailing address where you can potentially receive mail in order to testify.
2007 East Fair, St. Louis, Missouri, 63107.
Thank you. Proceed with your testimony.
Okay, I spoke to the alderperson, and she was not in, and she was trying to call in. I think she's having difficulty like I was having difficulty trying to get in. And she wasn't in favor of having another automobile, tire, any of that in our ward at this particular time because of the traffic and the things that occurred. Until she said she had spoke to the applicant and they have not came to no agreement. Every time she turned around, she said they changed what they're planning on, what kind of business is going to be there. So if I would recommend that this applicant speak further with the alderperson and as well as the community. I don't believe they spoke to the community because I ain't heard anything about this, about this business coming in our ward. And we're doing plan 4 for all these different plans that the city is putting together to make sure that community involvement is occurring and that this is the right fit for everybody. We don't want the business to be having a problem. We want businesses that's going to be thriving, and but we don't want our residents to have to be inundated with a bunch of car lots, gas stations, convenience stores. That's it.
Any board members have any questions? Thank you, Ms. Cole. Is there
All right.
anyone else here to testify in favor, or I'm sorry, in opposition to this appeal? Hearing none, I will read into the record exhibits, certified copy of the zoning ordinance, appeal to the board with attachment letter, basis of denial, meeting notice letter, City Journal public notices, photographs, Sanborn maps, memo from Planning and Urban Design, and email letter of opposition from Alderwoman Laura Keys. And
Chairman,
with,
before you
yes,
close, Alderwoman just entered the room, or entered the meeting.
okay,
You're welcome to close, but I also, if you want to give her an opportunity, she is now in the meeting.
gotcha. Alderwoman Keys, would you like to testify on the appeal on CAS 3751?
Yes, sir, I would.
Okay, let's get you sworn in.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay, can you state your name and mailing address for the record?
Certainly. It's Alderwoman Laura Keys. And I'm sorry, my phone is, I'm in my, sitting in my car and I'm getting other calls trying to come in. It's Alderwoman Laura Keys, elevated 11th Ward, City of St. Louis, 1200 Market Street, 63103.
Okay, proceed.
So, as my letter states, this particular business, man, it is nowhere close to what the community is asking for. There are auto shops in the area that have been there for years. I grew up right around the corner from there, so when I tell you, I know the area very well. I had a conversation with Mr. Udine, and I said exactly the same things as I have stated in my letter of opposition. We are trying to clean up that area. I'm working with various other agencies to really get that area back to what it once was, a usable area, with housing. Our Veterans Tiny Village project is right there in that same footprint. And so there's not a need for more of the same business in that area.
Okay. Any board members have any questions? Thank you, Alderwoman.
Thank you.
And with that, I will consider this appeal having been heard. Drea, can you please read appeal number 11999?
Appeal number 11999, 2831 through 35 Olive Street.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Again, my name is Evan Winkler, Community Development Planner for the City of St. Louis, and I'll be representing the Building Commissioner. I'm here to present evidence of an appeal to make interior and exterior alterations for an automotive adaptive shop, historic vehicles to electric vehicles, with cigar, wine bar per plans, zoning only at 2831 to 35 Olive Street. I'd like to present as evidence for this case photos and aerials of the said property, plans for the project, and a certified copy of the City of St. Louis zoning ordinance. The basis for denial of Rhino Properties LLC, care of Kristen Kendrick with Gemma Architecture Firm, concerning the building commissioner's refusal to issue a building permit authorizing the petitioner to make interior and exterior alterations for an automotive adaptive shop, historic vehicles to electric vehicles, with a cigar and wine bar per plan, zoning only at 2831 to 35 Olive Street, located in city block number 992.00. The present zoning for this address is H, Area Commercial District. The intent of the applicable provisions are to regulate and restrict the location and use of buildings, structures, and land for trade, industry, residence, and other uses, and to regulate and restrict the intensity of such uses. The applicable zoning code provisions are section 26.16.080D, off-street parking and loading requirements. The following schedule of parking spaces and layout standards shall apply to all parking facilities. It includes the layout chart, and parallel parking spaces shall be at least 22 feet in length and 8 feet in width. Also, section 26.48.020 and or 26.48.025. Use regulations and conditional uses of the H Area Commercial District do not allow the petitioner's proposal as stated above. Evidence of lawful nonconformity has not been presented. In summary, the applicant's applying for a building permit to essentially create an automotive adaptive kind of reuse of cars shop where historic vehicles could be converted into electric vehicles. This is located in the H Area Commercial District. The workshop portion of the business would be toward the rear of the building. And then in the front of the building would be a bar, cigar, kind of lounge space. And it would also, the bar and lounge would extend to the second floor. In the H district, auto-related uses are not a permitted or conditional use, and therefore a use variance would be required prior to approval. In addition, the lots, there's actually two lots were recently consolidated. So it's now one lot, so they meet the necessary off-street parking spaces. However, the parallel parking spaces are not the appropriate length. They are 18 feet in length and they're required to be 22 feet in length. So for those 3 parking spaces, an area variance would be required prior to approval. I should say bars and restaurants and lounges are permitted use by right in the H district. The City of St. Louis Planning and Urban Design Agency. I'm gonna read my normal spiel, but then I would like to have James sworn in so he can give an addendum as it relates to their recommendation. There is no adopted neighborhood plan covering this location. However, the 2025 Strategic Land Use Plan calls this a Central Area East. These are areas intended to be very walkable, bikeable, and transit-friendly parts of the city with high-quality pedestrian infrastructure. This designation actively discourages automobile-related businesses such as auto repair, as well as parking on the side and the front of the building. The granting of variance would not be in keeping with the designation's intent. Therefore, planning staff finds the request of appeal number 11999 is not in keeping with the city's comprehensive plan. Before we have James sworn in, are there any questions pertaining to the denial from the board members?
Okay, James, let's get you sworn in.
Mr. Pfister, when you're ready, will you please raise your hand? Mr. Pfister? You're on mute.
Sorry, you can blame my boss for trying to talk to me. Hands up.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay, can you state your name and mailing address for the record?
My name is James Pfister, 1520 Market Street, Planning and Urban Design Agency.
Cool. proceed.
All right. Forgive me, Evan. Did you read our whole memo?
No, I didn't. So I
Okay,
did
great.
the normal spiel, but I felt it more appropriate that you explain the addendum.
Definitely. So yeah, thank you, members of the board. I just wanted to provide a little more context here because of the sort of nature of how variances operate when they're granted and the specific use in question here. There is a stated goal of the adopted plan, the strategic land use plan, of preventing any auto-related uses in this district in the central areas. Typically, when we refer to auto-related uses, that's auto body shops, car sales, auto sales, but also like drive-throughs, gas stations, things of that sort. When reviewing the plan, our team is kind of feeling like this use is more akin to something like artisanal manufacturing than it is like a more traditional auto-related use. So I believe that the spirit of the plan, would support this type of use. Also, there are reasons why this type of use are sort of in line with the general history and narrative of the neighborhood. This is in like the Midtown Alley Locust District. The parcel abuts a National Historic District, which is the Locust Street Automotive National Historic District. Like there's some good reasons to think that this might be a complement to the neighborhood. However, the way variances operate, we cannot as staff rightfully recommend granting a variance for an automotive related uses, because anytime moving forward, any type of use that might not really be in line with what the neighborhood's trying to achieve or what the SLOOP wants to achieve could be permitted there, like a standard auto body shop or a gas station. So the land use plan is coming out against this project. But I did want to say that if a variance is approved for this business, for this use, staff recommends that conditions are placed on it that could allow this operation, this type of use, to thrive while preventing some other types of more traditional automotive related uses. That's why, pardon me while I pull up the letter that I wrote. That's why we are recommending some conditions, and these aren't exact. The board is much more well-versed in putting conditions than we are as planning staff, but the conditions we proposed are something along the lines of all vehicles being worked on must be inside the building at all times. No customer vehicles parked on the street or on the parking lot or behind the building. That all vehicles being worked on must enter from the alley and not enter through the parking lot facing Olive. That an agreed upon maximum number of vehicles in the building at once be established through deliberation and with the operator, and also that customers can only be served by appointment only. Obviously, we don't know much about the business operations. That's what we're here for to learn, but that's where planning staff lies on the matter. Any questions for me?
Board members,
Yes.
do you have any? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yes, I have a question, Mr. Pfister. I really enjoyed the photographs that are about, since it's a bar, like a lounge, and they were talking about automotive on the first floor, how does one outweigh the other? Like it's both, but it's you give me a little bit of insight on that, because obviously we have two different. I really think it's cool, but I sound confused because I am a little bit.
Well, you can add my confusion to it a little bit. We don't know too much about exactly.
Mhm.
Point. This is a mixed use district, our city, accommodates lots of different mixes of uses, even in the same building. This does on paper seem a little bit of an odd one, but it's, that's the beauty of businesses and cities and entrepreneurs is there's always innovation, and we want to, from a land use standpoint, encourage the appropriate type of innovation and adaptive reuse of old buildings like this in a way that isn't detrimental to the neighborhood. As planning staff, in a reference to our plans, we don't believe appropriately conditioned these two or this collection of uses in one building will be detrimental to the neighborhood.
Deneen, I also wanted to add some zoning context. When we're reviewing projects, you can have two primary uses versus like a primary use that has an accessory use. So like maybe I have a restaurant and I've got some office space. Usually that is really just like the office is accessory to the primary use of a restaurant. In this instance, though, I would say you have two primary uses, one of which is permitted, being, restaurant, space, lounge, and then one that is not permitted by the code. And so the board is really reviewing that piece that is not permitted by the code, being the auto repair component. And then, of course, the area requirement of a parking space dimension. But so in this instance, you're looking at the specifics of auto repair.
Any other board members have any questions? Okay, let's hear from the appellant.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And who will be sworn in first at Gemma?
That would be myself, Kristen Kendrick.
Okay.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Kendrick, if you can state your name and mailing address for the record.
Yes, Kristen Kendrick at 2823 Olive Street, St. Louis, Missouri, 63103.
Okay, proceed with your testimony.
Thank you. I'll have to say I'm very excited to hear this discussion, as it seems like Mr. Pfister, especially your input, has been very much in alignment with what we wanted to discuss today. This is a unique project, and it is, as you've mentioned, a combination of the cigar and wine bar, so wine bar and cigar lounge, and then also the adaptation studio. So the first floor is really geared to be a boutique custom transportation studio, one of its kind in the region, as far as we're aware, converting historic vehicles into electric vehicles. It's owned and operated by a St. Louis native who is excited to be investing back in his community, into Midtown, and being a part of the revitalization of this neighborhood. And I will say, we at Gemma, we are a neighbor to this project. He has engaged us as part of the neighborhood to be a part of this project, as well as Coltrane Studios right next door. So he's already investing and making those conscious efforts to get the community involved in this project. As far as the hardship, I think just the nature of the business, it's not your typical automotive shop. This will be an operation that is primarily interiors. There's not going to be storage on the outside of the building. It's largely fabrication, electrical assembly, and design. It's clean and controlled indoors, no salvage yard, no engine revving, no public auto service component. It is intended to be primarily a, appointment only. Thank you. Yes. So, and then with that, as you've observed, the Maker Studio is on the north side off of the alley. The south face along Olive is very much a hospitality experience with the bars both on the first and second floors. So really looking to activate the streetscape and, you know, get more pedestrian traffic along Olive. Lastly, I mentioned, and also just a block south of the J Industrial District, which does allow automotive uses.
I don't know if I can say a few comments as well.
Yes. Do any board members have any questions for Ms. Kendrick? Okay. So, who would be up next?
At 2823 Olive.
Okay, Mr. Mueller, we need to get you sworn in, and unfortunately, we'll need all of that information again.
Yeah, my name is John Mueller.
No, after you're sworn in.
Sorry.
Please raise your right hand, sir.
It's
okay.
raised.
I'm back here.
Do you have the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Name.
Name's John Mueller, and I am the owner at Gemma. We're architects at 2823 Olive Street, St. Louis, Missouri 63103.
Proceed.
I would like to talk to the board in favor of this project as the owner of the building directly next door. I am highly in favor of seeing this project happen. As my colleague Kristen pointed out, this is a one-of-a-kind, I would call it a custom artisanal maker space, if you will, that focuses on historic cars and turning them into energy efficient electrical cars. The whole business, in our opinion, in my opinion, is just really fantastic and as a benefit to the neighborhood. In addition to that, as we pointed out, that shop is back off in the rear towards the alley, and what's facing Olive Street, that whole facade is going to get remade of that historic building. And you're going to look into kind of a retail hospitality venue, both on the first floor and the second floor. I don't know if you've all seen the imagery and the design that we've come up with, but I've been in the architecture business for 36 years working in St. Louis, and this is probably one of the coolest, most awesome projects that we've seen, and we would love to get your support and see this happen. I think it's a tremendous improvement to the neighborhood.
Okay. Any board members have any questions? Thank you, Mr. Mueller. To testify in favor of this appeal. Okay. Evan, before I proceed with any opposition, is there any additional any additional conditions?
I'll read the standard auto repair ones for your consideration, and then of course You can choose other conditions as you see fit.
Sure.
All right, so the standard condition number 1 says that the petitioner must obtain the proper permits from the City of St. Louis Building Division for any proposed signage at this location. Number 2 says the petitioner shall properly dispose of all hazardous materials. Condition number 3 says there shall be no vending, ATM machines, or payphones on the exterior of the premises at any given time. Number 4 says there shall be no outside storage on the premises at any given time. Number 5 says there shall be no overnight outside storage on the premises at any given time. If a vehicle must remain overnight for any reason, it must be stored inside of the garage. Of course, there's that caveat that if you do need outside storage, it could be limited to a certain number of vehicles. Number 6 is that there shall be no body work or spray painting on the premises at any given time per the application. We may need clarity on if you're doing any body work or spray painting. Number 7 is the hours of operation shall be limited to what you testify, which you've mentioned it's by appointment only. So if it's different than that, now would be the time to talk about it. Number 8 says there shall be no cord or rope type LED lighting surrounding or framing windows and doors. Number 9 says the stringing of lights, flags, or streamers on the premises is prohibited. Number 10 is exterior amplified intercom systems or phone ringing systems are prohibited. And then number 11, the premises shall not be issued a public nuisance notice pursuant to Ordinance 68535 or its successor ordinances. Are there any questions about any of those conditions?
From our standpoint,
Yes.
no, I don't believe so.
And then do you mind clarifying, is any of the work body work or spray painting?
It is not, no.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. And could I make one other point of clarification? You mentioned early on, Evan, about the parking lot and the spacing.
Yes.
Renovate the parking lot as well, resurface, restripe, and then make sure there's ADA accessibility to the building.
Okay, great.
Okay. Mary.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Before we go any further, I just want to bring to the board's attention that in the exhibit list, it says that there is an email letter from the Collector of Revenue asking the board to add a condition that the permit will not be issued until the taxes are paid. It's actually, as I look at it closer, it is actually not an email from the Collector of Revenue. It is an email from, I believe, a person who's a constituent in the neighborhood who has taken a screenshot of the Collector of Revenue's site showing that they have unpaid real estate taxes at the site. So I just wanted to clarify that for the board.
Got it.
Thank you.
And sorry, Mary, we actually updated that, and I think we forgot to CC you on the email.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Archer.
Sorry. Because this is also a restaurant, if the board wants, they could consider the standard conditions for a restaurant. I just wanted to call your attention to that.
Yes, actually, that was. Thank you, Archer.
Sorry, it was breaking up in our office. What's happening right now?
If you could also read standard conditions on a restaurant.
Okay. The hours of operation will be limited to what you testify to. And sometimes they'll put a condition that says no person shall be on the premises after a certain hour. Number 2 is that the petitioner must obtain the proper permits from the City of St. Louis Building Division for any proposed signage at this location. Number 3 is the petitioner shall provide commercial dumpster and establish a trash removal contract through a private source for vehicle pickups and maintain the entire premises on a clean, orderly appearance at all times. Number 4, the petitioner shall provide a refuse container on the exterior of the premises for use by the customers and shall be emptied on a daily basis or more if needed. If another container is needed due to the level of business, it shall also be provided. Number 5, the facility shall not have cord or rope type LED lighting surrounding or framing its windows and doors. Number 6, no liquor or alcohol or non-intoxicating beer shall be on the premises at any given times. Number 7, no cooking, selling, or seating on the exterior of the building. Number 8, petitioner must obtain and maintain the City of St. Louis business license prior to operation. Number 9, the premises shall not be issued a public nuisance notice pursuant to ordinance number 68535 or its successor ordinances. And obviously, as a bar, you would be selling liquor, so that's one they would typically take off. Is there any plans to have outside seating?
There is a potential for a rooftop terrace, but nothing at the sidewalk level.
Okay. And did you have any questions or concerns about the items that Evan read?
No, sir.
Okay.
Okay, I got a question.
Yes, George.
Did they state the hours of operation?
They did not.
So it would be primarily by appointment only for the adaptation studio. But it's expected that it would be occupied from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday.
No weekend hours?
Not for the studio, no.
What about the bar?
Yep, ideas on the bar hours.
Not probably be weekends.
Yeah, that would likely be evenings and weekends, but exact hours have not been established yet.
So you understand that if you do not give us exact hours, that you will have to come back before us to file another appeal to do that.
Chairman, is there a standard hour that the city ordinance requires or prefers?
I don't think I can answer that, but Mary?
I don't know that I can answer that question for you, but it occurs to me, do we have anyone on the call who actually will be operating the business? I understand that you guys are the architects. Okay, great. So have you applied for a liquor license yet?
No, I have not.
Okay. So you don't know if you'll be asking for a 1 a.m. or a 3:30 a.m. or a 12 a.m. liquor license?
We will probably the latest will be 12.
I'm sorry, I've got to stop you because I think we need to be on the record.
Sorry.
If would you care to testify to elaborate on staff's questions?
Yes.
Okay, let's get you sworn in.
Could I please have a name for the record?
Daniel Dorsey.
Apologies, 1 second. All right, please raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Dorsey, if you could state your full name and mailing address for the record.
My full name is Daniel Dorsey, 29 Kingsbury, St. Louis, Missouri, 63112 is my mailing address.
Okay. Mary.
So basically, I was trying to figure out if he's applied for a liquor license, has an idea of the hours of operation he may or may not want at the location?
I have not applied for a liquor license. Definitely will not be open later than 12.
So do you have an idea of the hours of operation? We're just trying to save you a
Right.
trip back to the board.
We're probably looking like 4 days a week. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and possibly Sunday.
And what were those hours?
Probably like 5 to 12.
5 p.m. to 12 a.m.?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm glad that you're here because I'm a little curious about this. How does this work? Like the people that are at the cigar bar, are they like there waiting while their car's being converted?
No, the cigar lounge will be a members space, and it's all tied into the area that we're in. So it's all automotive themed vibes. So people that do have purchased cars from me will possibly get memberships. Each business can stand on its own, though.
Can like run
Doesn't take one to,
independently.
yeah, it doesn't take one to for the other one to work.
Okay. And then lastly, could you kind of clear up this email that we got from the constituent about the tax situation?
I'm not sure about that. I'll have to. I think I was having problems with been using Pay at St. Louis. I think I was having problems just for them to take the money. That will be taken care of immediately.
I wish I had that problem. All right. Thank you.
Any other board members have any questions? Alderwoman Keys.
All righty, sorry for the delay. I'm not necessarily here in opposition. This is a very unique situation, having a auto conversion shop or a restaurant.
Alderwoman,
Uh-huh.
if you're
Sorry, can you hear me?
testifying, we have to get you sworn in again.
Oh, again, okay, I'm ready.
Yep.
Swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Okay. State your name and mailing address for the record.
Certainly. Alderwoman Laura Keys, Elevated 11th Ward, City of St. Louis, 1200 Market Street, 63103.
Go ahead.
Okay, so as I was saying, this is a rather unique type business. And so I am not necessarily in opposition. It's just that it comes with a lot of questions. So you will not be operating a restaurant, is that correct?
So you, unfortunately, Alderwoman, would not be able to question the appellant.
All right. Well, I would like to know if the Board of Adjustment can answer if they will have a restaurant.
I will see to it that that question is posed.
Thank you. And so then the other concern, and I did speak with Mr. Dorsey briefly either last week or the week before. And I'm like I said, I'm not necessarily opposed. I'm not necessarily for it. I will, defer to the city's building department and excise, as well as health department and zoning for their guidance, because this is an quite unusual situation.
Okay. Any board members have any questions for the Alderwoman? Thank you, Alderwoman.
Thank you so much.
Ms. Kendrick, can you clarify whether or not there will be a restaurant here?
Amy, do you want to address?
It'll be there'll be small plates offered upstairs
So
in the lounge.
there will be some type of restaurant.
Yes, there is a commercial kitchen planned for the space with a limited menu.
And I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
go ahead and come off of this call. Well, I'll ear hustle until. So here, I've got a question for you. This concrete pad actually looks pretty good. So,
Alderwoman, you are not muted. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes, George.
Okay. Now, is this for members only, or can anybody walk off the street and go to this place?
Yeah.
It is members only.
So to confirm, there is no walk-offs. No one comes off of the street.
No,
No.
no, not currently.
Okay. Any other board members have any questions? Okay. Is there anyone else here to testify in favor of this appeal?
How about neutral?
Ms. Cole, well, I will take that as part of what I am requesting. If you can be sworn in again, we can get your testimony.
Okay.
Cole, this is the court reporter. Since you're on the phone, can you once again confirm that your right hand is raised?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll need you to state your name and mailing address again.
Amber Cole, 2007 East Fair, St. Louis, Missouri, 63107.
Proceed with your testimony.
Well, as we were listening, it's so many questions. I believe you guys are in a very peculiar position right now, because to have one say yes and then the other say yes, then you hear small plates. It's going to be small plates, then members only. I'm now I'm really clear. At first I was like, oh, I would see something. I would love to see something different, and this is odd and unusual. However, now it's a lot of questions are coming in. I believe it has not been very thought out for as I would hate for the city to get into something that will end up being binding and not according to the policies and procedures and what the plans are for the city. So so many things are being drafted right now. I just ask that some of those questions be answered. Small plates, what do that mean? It's a commercial building, commercial kitchen there. Okay, are we selling plates? Are we not selling plates? It's just so many questions that I believe that needs to be entertained. That's it.
I will answer that for you, Ms. Cole. If they are serving small plates, it is a restaurant.
Okay, so now we're going to be dealing with the health and the health things, policy and procedure for its health department. So
that is correct.
That's all I got to say. That's all. Thank you.
Any board members have any questions? Thank you, Ms. Cole. Is there anyone else here to testify in favor of this appeal? Is there anyone here to testify in opposition to this appeal?
Hey, Chairman, quick
Oh,
question. Sorry to interrupt you.
yes.
Is there a time at the end where we'd be able to testify for a case that has already closed, or is it too late?
You would not be able to, no.
Sorry.
All right. Hearing no opposition, I will read into the record exhibits, a certified copy of the zoning ordinance, appeal to the board, basis of denial, meeting notice letter, City Journal public notices, photographs, Sanborn maps, memo from Planning and Urban Design, email letter from Dennis Bogdanovich asking the Bogdanovich asking the board to add a condition that the permit will not be issued until taxes are paid. 4 letters of support submitted by the petitioner, and a letter of support from Ann Kitblas, Executive Director, Locust Central Business District. And with that, I will consider this appeal having been heard. Drea, will you read appeal number 12000?
Appeal number 12000, 5335 Southwest Avenue.
Swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Again, good afternoon, board members. My name is Evan Winkler, Community Development Planner for the City of St. Louis, and I'll be representing the Building Commissioner. I'm here to present evidence of an appeal to construct an addition to an existing auto repair business per plans at 5335 Southwest Avenue. I'd like to present as evidence for this case photos and aerials of the said property, plans for the project, and a certified copy of the City of St. Louis zoning ordinance. The basis for denial of Vicenza Properties, LLC, care of Joe Popilo, concerning the building commissioner's refusal to issue a building permit, authorizing the petitioner to construct an addition to an existing auto repair per plans at 5335 Southwest Avenue, located in city block number 4063.06. The present zoning for the address is Zone F, Neighborhood Commercial District. The intent of the applicable zoning provisions are to fix reasonable standards to which buildings and structures shall conform. The applicable zoning code provisions are section 26.16.080D, off-street parking and loading requirements. The following schedule of parking spaces and layout standards shall apply to all parking facilities in the city. And it gets the angle parking layout standards, as well as parallel parking spaces shall be at least 22 feet in length and 8 feet in width. Also, section 26.40.020 and or 26.40.025. Use regulations and conditional uses of the F Neighborhood Commercial District do not allow the petitioner's proposal as stated above. Evidence of lawful nonconformity has not been presented. In summary, the petitioner is applying for a building permit to construct an addition to an existing building for an established auto repair business. The proposed construction includes a new office and a waiting space. This is located in the F Neighborhood Commercial District, where auto-related uses are not a use by right. Therefore, a use variance would be required prior to approval. It should be noted, though, that an occupancy permit was issued for the current business in 2013 via the Board of Adjustment Appeal number 3032 with no conditions. And that took place because there was a one-story addition to a previously existing business that actually started in 1977. So throughout that time, there have been no conditions on this use. And then additionally, the proposed parking plan does not meet dimensional requirements. Therefore, an area variance will be required prior to approval. And then it should be noted that, and this has been a long-standing tradition here, but parking vehicles across property boundaries into the public right-of-way actually would require a public improvement permit per BPS. At the time of this write-up, there was not a public improvement permit on file, although there may have been one since then applied for. I just don't know that information. So that might be something the board would consider conditioning should they choose to grant a variance. With that, the City of St. Louis Planning and Urban Design Agency states there's no adopted neighborhood plan covering this location. It's in the strategic land use plan calls it a lower intensity corridor. The intent of this designation is to encourage many types of commercial activities, including automobile-related uses, as long as they remain appropriately integrated into the surrounding context and support human-oriented pedestrian environment. So while the underlying sloop does encourage auto repair, and allows parking in front and to the side of buildings, staff is concerned that the parking plan would likely lead to vehicles parking on the sidewalk and may interrupt pedestrian travel. For this reason, a full finding of in keeping is not appropriate, but rather the granting of these variants overall is not in direct conflict with the goals of the sloop. Therefore, planning staff finds the request of appeal number 12000 is not in conflict with the city's comprehensive plan. With that, are there any questions from the board?
Evan, what is the dimensions again on the parking? You're saying 22 feet in depth?
No, sorry. I was reading the parallel parking, but the angle parking is in a chart, so it's awkward to read. But it's 90-degree parking, which would be 18 feet deep, 8.5 feet wide.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't traveling down a path that I had to change.
Right. No.
On some of my projects.
Any board members have any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
Evan, will we be losing a number of parking spots with this addition?
No. No. Compared to what they have now, is that what you mean, I guess, Mona?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no.
Because they park all over the street right now and on both sides of that, and they don't have enough parking already, so I was worried about taking parking from them. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Any other board members have any questions? Hearing none, I will read into the record exhibits. Certified copy of the zoning ordinance, appeal to the board with attachment, basis of denial, meeting notice letter, City Journal public notices, photographs, Sanborn maps, memo from Planning and Urban Design, letter of support from Michelle Pone, President, Southwest Garden Neighborhood Association, and a letter of support from Alderman Matt Devotee. And with that, I will consider this appeal having been heard.
He did not.
Chairman, did you take testimony?
I'm sorry, I did not. let me back up. And I have misread that email. Going back, we will reopen this appeal, appeal number 12000. Let's hear from the appellant.
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
This is, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
This is the court reporter, Mr. Barbaglia.
Yes,
Can you please confirm that your right hand is raised since you're calling on the phone?
yes, it is.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay, can you state your name and mailing address for the record?
Joseph Barbalia, 5335 Southwest Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63139.
Proceed with your testimony.
We are just increasing our waiting area a very short amount because the office right now was actually built in a bay, so it would free us up another bay that we have already available, and I could pull a car in fully, and it would give customers better seating area, which will not take away any parking areas at all, because we are only going out, I think it's 3 foot or 3.5 foot from the original office, and then going down to where you walk in. It will be actually more convenient. There will be no step to come in. It will be accessible, way easier accessible to come in and out, and it would look way nicer than what it would look as it is now. It would be, the appearance would be very well fitted to the neighborhood, which I'm involved in a lot.
Board members, do you have any questions? Thank you, Mr. Barbalia.
Thank you.
Is there anyone here to testify in favor of this appeal?
Chair, I would like to testify, though I can't figure out how to raise my hand.
Not a problem. I hear you, Alderman. If you can raise your right hand, you can be sworn in.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do, yes.
Thank you.
Okay, if you could state your name and mailing address for the record.
Yes, Chair, my name is Matt Devotie. I am the 5th Ward Alderman, City of St. Louis, 1200 Market Street.
Thank you. Proceed.
Yes, sir. Members of the board, I am testifying today in support of this particular permit application, this appeal. This is a longtime business in Southwest Garden. It's actually right on the border of Southwest Garden and the Hill. Mr. Barbalia has reviewed or sent me the plans for review. We have discussed this particular request. My understanding is that, and I think he said this, is that parking will not be affected in any way. And in fact, the renovation or the improvements that he wants to do, the business wants to do, I think will add to the character, will add to this particular location. I would point out, and I think you mentioned, Chair, when you were reading the evidence into the record, that there was a letter of support from Southwest Garden. I've also spoke with Michelle Pona, who is president of that organization. My understanding is that Mr. Barbalia reached out to that board and they too are in support. So I appreciate your consideration. Thank you all.
Any board members have any questions? Thank you, Alderman.
Thank you, sir.
Is there anyone else here to testify in favor of this appeal? Is there anyone here to testify in opposition to this appeal? Hearing none, I will reread into the record exhibits since I got ahead of myself. Certified copy of the zoning ordinance, appeal to the board with attachment, basis of denial, meeting notice letter, City Journal public notices, photographs, Sanborn maps, memo from Planning and Urban Design, letter of support from Michelle Pone, President, Southwest Garden Neighborhood Association, and a letter of support from Alderman Matt Devotie. With that, I will consider this appeal having been heard. Okay, so Drea, will you please read appeal number 11859?
This is for deliberations. Only Mr. Robinson.
Okay. Yes, so do
you
we
haven't.
not?
Normally, you would deliberate on the cases that we just heard, and then we would deliberate on those two cases afterwards.
Got it. Okay.
No worries.
This is really confusing, but got it. Okay. All right. So with that, this concludes the testimonial portion of the hearing. We will now go into deliberations. And thank you, Laura, for your service.
You have a great rest of your day.
Yep. Board members, do we need a recess or shall we continue?
I'm prepared to keep going.
Myself included.
Okay, that's 2 out of 4. We will.
That's not a majority, but I agree with those two. So yes,
Agreed.
let's move on.
Appeal number 20618, 3859 Nebraska Avenue.
I'm fine with this one. I drove by his other units that he referenced. They're all nice and clean.
Looks like some of them could use some paint.
Yeah, they're nice and clean. Probably been a little while, but there's not more cars out there than it should be.
I'm going to give my standard sloop plug just because
It's
you know
the ethical thing
these
to do.
yeah, and these
It is.
decisions have long-standing
Mhm.
effects. So, we are still looking at variances from 30 years ago at times. So this will forever change what the goals are for this area of the city if a variance is granted. So
Are we talking to the older people about this since they're sending in letters of support?
it's a good question, Mona. Through the Zoop, we have been talking about this, but yeah, I don't know if they fully understand. It's a great question.
Well, it sounds like these people have been very successful in their restoring auto businesses and renting them out. I mean, what did he say? They had like 17 of these across the city.
I think it was more than that.
I think he
Something
had
like
17 and his dad had 11. I think that was the numbers that were talked about.
hmm
So I guess our choice is to cut down that business and say, don't ever do it again, or what? I don't
Do
know
it in
how
an
that goes
appropriate
up.
location.
Right.
Because also the variance is related to the land, not the operator.
It's not about the operator. It's not about the use. It's about the zoning of the parcel. It's a land use issue.
So what do we want to do as a board? Do we want to let these buildings stay undeveloped and derelict, or do we want to move forward and get a viable business going in there as a board? This guy that's owned it, it looks to me like from the tax record, he's had it since wish I'd have written it down. I think it was like from 2004 or 2014. I don't remember.
that's something that I was struggling with as well. The alderman did write a letter of support.
That's where my
And
question came from, yeah.
yeah, and it's really tough to think about these structures because they do sit vacant, and there's no effort, or anything that we know of that's basically trying to draw what the community is looking for in the space. But to leave it vacant and rotting where it is not a real answer. And Mr. Vanderploom does have experience in this, and he obviously takes care of his properties, even though this will be rented to somebody.
All of them were.
Most of them are rented to someone else.
Right. And so I'm just trying to think of I wish I knew somebody that lived over there. But it's I mean it's a struggle in my mind. It's a real struggle in my mind.
So can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve with all the standard conditions with allocating of no more than 10 cars outside.
What are the hours?
Yep.
8 to 5, Monday through Saturday.
Not to become a nuisance property.
I think that's one of our standards.
Yeah.
I'll second.
Motion made by Mona, seconded by Joe. All of those in favor?
Aye.
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 I
Aye. Motion carries. Findings?
Won't be a detriment as conditioned.
Thank you, Mona. Sorry to get back to First one. Okay, appeal number 11988, 3751 Cass Avenue.
I drove by this property. That property is a mess. Everything around that property looks like tires. It's, I kind of stand with Alderwoman in my opinion on this one. This is not a good fit for the area with the Greenway belt thing coming through. She has her hands full trying to clean that area up. It's just my 2 cents.
And it was mentioned that he has changed his ideas about what to do with the property a few times. I guess it would be easier to just go to the alderman, alderwoman, or the community and say, hey, what do you guys want? And that would be more, that would be better than saying, let me try this, let me try that. You know, so the repeated changing of the plans is kind of is problematic, and the lack of the engagement with the community is another issue to me.
I agree.
I'll make a motion to deny.
You mean to uphold the building commissioner?
Yeah, that's the other way of putting
Okay,
it.
thank you.
I'll second that.
Motion made by Joe, seconded by George. All of those in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Appeal number 11999, 2831 through 35 Olive Street.
I would like to make a motion to approve. But I'd like to put some conditions on it that would limit on what they could do there in regards to cars. They keep mentioning that it's a members only. Could we put a condition that it be a members only facility
As testified?
as testified? That would limit anybody taking the building and doing anything other than a membership thing. To me, this is it actually is going into an area that I think is appropriate for it because one, I don't know how many people are going to be out there wanting to convert their classic car into an electric car, so the customers are limited. I don't see a whole lot of traffic coming to this other than the restaurant. So I see the automotive thing is one, if I had a classic car, they wouldn't park it outside. It would definitely be inside the building. I don't see that as being an issue, more of an issue of having a restaurant there because that could draw more people. But if it's members only, I don't see where that's even a problem. Archer, you have a look on your face like I'm speaking bad.
The concern that I would raise is that I would suggest that the board define that pretty clearly, because you can, when we think about a members only establishment, we think about some criteria to get in and some money, but you can just like get a punch card and become a member. Technically, that doesn't have a legal definition. And so to put that protection in for the future, I would say I would consider something a little bit different than that.
Building, but not turn it into a car repair shop. So I don't know how to phrase that, but somewhere or another, tying it to the function of what they're planning there seems to me as a way of hedging the variance to where it's not opening it up to anybody and everybody to come in and do a car shop, repair shop. It's a specialty thing that we're looking at here.
I would suggest, if that's the goal, then to specify what kinds of car repairs can be done there, and narrow it in that way so that in the future it does become limited in that way.
Question for you. We put that condition on it. Can somebody that wants to use the building for something totally different than cars, can they come into the Board of Adjustment and verify or vary the variance to where they could actually use it for something else, not car related, or
They could amend the current variance, or they could get a new variance, and then we would have two variances at that location.
I will say, in some ways, this is similar to, I don't know if you guys remember that AMIC project, where we were very specific in how we wrote the write-up to be conversion to electric vehicles. And like AMIC was not just a blanket manufacturing, but we were very specific in the write-up about what they could manufacture. So in some ways, there's some protections in how we've written up the denial, which would, then be translated into the proceedings. I don't know if that helps at all for the conversation.
We did something similar with, I don't know if you remember the custom pinball shop where it was classified as light manufacturing, and you put some restrictions on it so that they were just assembling the machines there, and you put some restrictions on so that a new buyer couldn't then open like a factory there.
But can we put a condition in this of replacing regular gas powered engines with electric? Can we put something like that in the stipulation or the variance?
Yes, that could be a condition.
That would be my goal, is to limit it to where we don't get car repairs, painting, and all the other stuff that goes with it. It's a very specialized product in my mind. And it's kind of a group thing. It's not like the 300,000 people in the city of St. Louis can walk through the front door and be there all the time. So I see this as something that is, one, it's in a neighborhood that has a lot of kind of weird things in it to a point. And this is appropriate for being there, I think. But that's just my opinion.
What about something along the lines of the property shall be used solely for membership-based specialty automotive restoration from gas to electric vehicle conversion, like workshop, limited to restoration of classic vehicles.
I'm trying
Something
to understand how that flows. I didn't understand the conversion part to be the membership. What I understood to be the membership was the cigar and wine bar. But did I miss something?
Which I believe they give memberships to the people that are having their cars converted.
Oh, I thought we heard testimony that he hoped people that have their cars converted would become members. I didn't hear him say that he would give them a membership.
That's what I heard. I thought that was one of the parts of doing this. It sounds like they're trying to develop a little community of electric converted cars and have a place for them to hang out. Talk cars. At least that's the way I took it.
Cars and wine.
Yeah, and cigars.
And small plates.
Evan and Mary, do you think you can write up a condition that covers it?
I think that as the board member, you have to come up with a condition there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to dump it back on me.
That's your responsibility as a member of the board.
Yeah, we do need more clarity on this one from you guys.
I was trying, but I didn't get to finish.
Continue, Mona.
Yeah.
And then the membership would only be for people that were using the automotive restoration facilities. And then in addition to that, we would talk about no general automotive repair, which would limit that down the road for someone that was trying, if they didn't, if it didn't go, they were trying to come back in about automotive. You shall not function as a general automotive repair shop or body shop.
Or you could state that that the only function is for internal combustion engines into electric motors.
Right. All vehicles awaiting service would have to be stored indoors. No inoperable or dismantling of vehicles would be stored outside. These are just some of my notes I've been writing down. We have some kind of noise ordinance. No outdoor engine revving. We put the hours of operation in, which
8 to 5.
8 to 5.
yeah, he had some oddish hours for the restaurant.
Tuesdays, Thursdays, and
Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays,
Sunday.
Saturdays, 5 to midnight.
Yeah, he took Saturdays. I wasn't sure
No
about
Saturday.
Saturday.
I didn't hear Saturday.
He did
No.
not say Saturday.
No, he did not say Saturday.
Tuesday, Thursday, Friday,
Friday, Sunday.
and Sunday from 5 to 12.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I would suggest that we include Saturday.
Are we?
Just makes sense.
Then we would put something in there too about no vehicle sales permitted, and then the sign, thing that we do, nuisance thing that we do, and then tie that all into the membership of the restaurant to the body shop or the conversion shop.
And we'd have to put the hours of operation for the restaurant. Well, we just did, didn't we? Tuesday,
Right.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 8 to 5. Oh no, 5 to midnight.
5 to midnight.
Tuesday, Thursday,
Friday,
we're adding
Sunday.
Saturday. We're Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We're adding Saturday as they did not testify for Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Giving it to them. Okay.
My notes said that the studio would be open by appointment only 8 to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. That's what my notes say.
That
Mine
is
too.
what I have.
That's what I have.
Yeah. Okay.
Studio hours and then snack hours. I don't know what to call it. Restaurant.
It's more of a club.
It is a club. Exclusive
Private
club.
club.
Private.
Exclusive club.
That's
I
what
like
it
that.
is.
Exclusive
Okay.
club.
Exactly.
My question is why take a fine car with a nice combustible engine in it and turn it into electric?
And then I like the idea of whoever put that out, that they need to pay their taxes before any permits are issued.
Right.
Yeah.
So I do have concerns. My concerns is
I do too.
this idea of a membership bar is new to the testimony. That isn't how it was described when I was doing my write-up. And then like restaurants are permitted use by right in this district. So let's say they decide their club or lounge isn't working, like anybody else could come in and apply for a restaurant and it's a use by right. So I'm just a little bit concerned about maybe over-regulating.
I feel like we're here for a variance on the auto-related issue, and we probably shouldn't be conditioning the restaurant because the restaurant is a use by right. He could divide this up into 2 applications, apply for a restaurant, and you would never see it. It would only be when he applies for the auto-related use. So I think we're making it bit complicated, although I agree with everyone who agrees that he should have to pay his taxes because everybody here on this meeting is paying their
Pay
taxes.
taxes.
So he
Right,
should have to pay his taxes before he gets permission to do anything.
right.
Do you want me to read the standard conditions for repair again? Just,
Please, that would be thankful.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so number one says the petitioner must obtain the proper permits for the City of St. Louis Building Division for any proposed signage. Number two, the petitioner shall properly dispose of all hazardous materials. So to me, that makes sense, assuming they're getting rid of engines or whatever. There should be no vending, ATM machines, or payphones on the exterior of the premises at any given time. Number four is there shall be no outside storage on the premises of any given time, which I believe they testified, and correct me if I'm wrong, that there wouldn't be. Number five, there shall be no overnight outside storage on the premise at any given time. If a vehicle must remain overnight for any reason, it must be stored inside of the garage, which they didn't bring that up as a concern. There shall be no body work or spray painting on the premises at any given time, which they did testify to. The hours of operation shall be limited to, which I think they testified that it would be appointment only. There should be no cord or rope type LED lighting surrounding or framing the windows and doors. Number nine, the stringing of lights, flags, or streamers on the premises is prohibited. Number 10, exterior amplified intercom systems or phone ringing systems are prohibited. Number 11, the premises shall not be issued a public nuisance notice pursuant to Ordinance 68535 or its successor ordinances. And maybe a number 12 that says taxes shall be paid in full or something like that.
Prior to the permit being issued.
Thanks, Mary.
I'll agree with that.
And this is still Mr. Cloutier's motion. That's what I have written down, just to make sure I have it.
I started us down this trail, so I'm gonna stay leading the pack.
All right.
So now we did the car thing. What about the restaurant? We do the restaurant already? All the conditions
we
on it?
Suggesting
not,
that you
but
leave
they
the
are-
restaurant alone.
Yes. Oh, okay.
The restaurant is permitted. Yeah.
Doesn't need anything. Gotcha. Okay, that's my motion.
I'll second you.
Thank you, George.
You're welcome.
Motion made by Joe. All of,
Aye.
yeah,
Aye.
no, I'm
Aye.
sorry. I thought Mary said who.
My thing froze up. I'm sorry.
No. So George seconded the motion.
Yes. Yes, I did.
And, findings, George. I'm sorry,
This
findings, Joe.
condition will not be a detriment. I hope.
Thank you, Joe. Geez, appeal number 12000 5335 Southwest Avenue.
Seems like everybody in the neighborhood wants them to do it. I don't know if they're asking for what they're really going to get, because what's he doing? He's opening another space for another bay, which means probably more business. So our parking issue could be worse, but that's his problem more than mine. Everybody's saying that this addition doesn't take away any of the parking, but if he gets an extra bay, he could get more business, which could mean more cars parking, which my motion is to go ahead and approve it. They want it, give it to them.
I'll second you, Joe.
No conditions?
Well, there's no conditions on it now, isn't there?
True.
Correct.
It's our opportunity to put conditions on.
It is.
It is.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know how to put a bunch of conditions on this place that has nothing other than maybe not to become a nuisance.
I would encourage the get a public improvement permit prior to occupancy permit.
what does that do,
That
Evan?
entail, Evan.
So BPS issues public improvement permits when people are utilizing the public right of way for their operation, for signage over the sidewalk, for any use of public right of way. So that way, this helps keep them responsive to BPS's authority.
Yeah, catch it.
Okay.
And can we add the standard auto repair conditions?
I think it'd put them out of business. They
You think
can't comply. The lot is so triangle and I don't even know, we might get 2 or 3 parking spots there, the way that the parking dimensions require.
I think you could look down the list of standard conditions and see if
Yeah,
you know.
Read them out, Evan. I'll
I
tell
think
you
that
what I want
these
to put
in the
on.
book, this book,
Yeah.
that these conditions don't seem.
Wait, we gave you a book and you're reading it? Oh
Yes.
my God. Okay. Thank you.
Yes. The Board of Adjustment, the Bible.
didn't
It's
get
the
one.
Bible.
Yeah.
You didn't get one.
He's
Wow.
I've been on the board so long, I should know all this stuff. Evan, go ahead and read the standard conditions. Let me cherry pick.
All right, so auto repair, petitioner must obtain the proper permits from the City of St. Louis Building Division for any proposed signage at this location. Yay or nay? Oh, we're frozen again.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay, okay.
I said yes.
Sorry, we're having
Yes.
connectivity issues, so it keeps freezing on us. But the petitioner shall properly dispose of hazardous materials.
Yes.
Yes.
There should be no vending, ATM machines, or payphones on the exterior of the premises at any given time.
Yes.
There should be no outside storage on the premise at any given time.
They'll hate me for this, but yes.
I mean, their whole business model is outside storage.
Yeah. Let's skip
Yeah,
that.
that will put them out of business.
Yeah, skip that one.
Okay.
Hey, it's my motion.
It is.
Yes, skip that one.
You went
You
from
don't get to say.
no conditions to basically putting them out of business. All right.
Skip that one.
The hours of operation, we didn't ask them during the testimony time, so I don't know what
Can I
they're.
say don't change your hours of operation?
Well, we don't know.
Yeah, we could never enforce it.
Right.
There shall be no cord or rope type LED lighting surrounding.
Yes.
Okay. Stringing of lights, flags, or streamers on the premises is prohibited.
Yes.
Exterior amplified intercom systems or phone ringing systems are prohibited.
Yes.
And the premise shall not be issued a public nuisance notice pursuant to Ordinance 68535 or its successor ordinances.
Yes.
And then shall receive a public improvement permit from BPS prior to occupancy permit.
Yes. I noticed that there's no mention of any trash dumpsters.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, it doesn't have the trash dumpster one on it. I can't
I
believe.
want it.
Okay.
In relation to that condition about the overnight storage outside, there is a condition 6 or an alternate condition that says if overnight outside storage is needed, it shall be limited to X number of vehicles at any given time. I don't know if you want to use that. I don't think we asked them about the number of vehicles, but I did want you to know that there's an option.
They're not going to change what they're doing now, so and nobody's having a problem to put them out of business, so let them do what they're doing now.
Okay.
I mean, face it, the neighborhood's accepted in the way they are, so. And we just added 10 conditions that they didn't have before, so we've done our duty.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor.
I will second him.
Motion made by Joe, seconded by George. All of those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
As conditioned will not be a detriment.
Okay. And we've got appeal number 11859.
All right, so for Appeal 11859, the applicant, I, Joseph Klitzing, hereby request a dismissal of the appeal for building permit application AB-579634-24 at 5655 Pershing Avenue, signed by the petitioner. And then should I go ahead and read the next one too, Mary?
We'll have to do separate votes.
Do them, so I thought they would.
Yeah. And I guess Mr. Klitzing will have to abstain from voting. Is that correct, Archer?
Sorry, I don't know why it wouldn't let me unmute. Yes, that's correct.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Can I hear a motion?
It's being dismissed, right? So
That is correct.
Without prejudice.
Without
Without
prejudice.
Uh-huh.
okay. I make a motion to dismiss without prejudice.
I'll second.
Motion made by George, seconded by Deneen. All of those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Appeal number 11959.
All right, Appeal 11959. Evan, please cancel the plan submission, Board of Adjustment hearing for 3920 to 3940 Dr. Martin Luther King Drive. Project name The Monarch on MLK. The drawing set was prepared by Krishna Architects and dated 4/30/2025 and shows project number 24013. Thank you for assistance with this request, Tim Mulligan. With SLDC, sorry.
Do I hear a motion to dismiss?
I'll make it since I'm not involved. I'll make a motion to whatever we're doing.
Dismiss without prejudice.
Dismissing
Dismiss
without prejudice.
Thank you.
I'll second you.
Motion made by Joe, seconded by George. All of those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
Is there any more?
That is it. Meeting minutes.
I read them. I'll approve it.
Good job, George.
Yeah, you get a gold star. Thank you.
Is that a motion, George?
That's a motion.
Okay.
What's the
second.
motion, George?
Motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Motion to approve made by George, seconded by Joe. All of those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Minutes are approved. New business, Mary.
Have no new business. Only a reminder that we don't have a meeting next week. And the next time we will see you will be on February 25th. So happy Valentine's Day. Happy Mardi Gras.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, all right. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that motion. Motion made by Joe, seconded by me. All of those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. We stand adjourned.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
See you in
Thanks,
2 weeks.
guys.
Aye.
Okay.